In addition, I created my own side platform where I can work with different partners, but this took a while, but I created the behavioracademy.com. Right now it's just hosting our past ChatCon events. I'm gonna get into ChatCon 2022 and what we're doing, 2021 and what we're doing this year for that. Similar format, you see it's actually the same template, recordings, but what I wanna set up here is actually, I wanna create some new courses. Sorry, wrong button. I want to set up 4 different courses for behavior analysts. So this is technical jargon for behavior analysts. First of all, self-management. Some of the things we talked about was setting goals, monitoring behavior, etc. Those quadrants that you asked for. Janice, those are things that I want to create. In addition, I want to talk about things like self-reinforcement. Self-reinforcement's a complete myth. You don't reinforce yourself. It's a very weird thing. And conceptually, if you think about it a different way, it's easier to kind of change your behavior. So those things, I want to package that into something. I also want to package an introduction to the Beyond the Task List. So the task list from the Behavior Analyst Certification Board says, here's what you need to be able to be an effective BCBA. Asterisk, more effective BCBA in autism spectrum disorders or other similar clientele. What I'd like to do is say, hey, here's everything beyond the task list that I found really useful and helpful, and package that into a course so that people coming out as like a freshly minted BCBA or curious about what behavior analysis has to offer outside of what's on the task list can just kind of skim, check that out, listen to some video content, and find something interesting to maybe go pursue. Basically just putting on a pedestal a lot of the great books and things that are behind me in a consumable format that says, hey, if you're interested in this, go check this out. So that's something that I want to do. Lauren, yes, they totally can. Yes, they can. Oops. I keep hitting that button. My apologies. Okay, so things we're working through as I start to learn this live stream setup, right? So I want to do an introduction beyond the task list. I also want to create something for social media and behavior analysis. The reason being is I was asked this past summer to work on a essay, chapter, something that's going to go into a book. I don't know exactly what to call it. It's an essay. It's somewhat peer-reviewed through editors, not like a peer-reviewed process, but it's a collection of a bunch of different essays, points of view. That'll be out next year. I actually don't remember the title, publisher, those sort of things. Other people handle it. But during that time, I have really dove into social media, a lot of different aspects, whether it's different platforms, how they work, or larger issues. And we're talking about things that are highlighted in Netflix's, or the social dilemma and these other things highlighted on Netflix right now, right? And I want to pull that into something, into a course and say, hey, if you're looking to understand it, good, bad, indifferent of what it can do, or if you're looking to leverage it, or if you're looking to kind of know who's who and who's doing what, that's what I hope to encapsulate on that. And then my fourth one I want to work on is storytelling and behavior analysis. And I've done a workshop on this a number of different times over the years. I'm just looking to package it and get it out to more people. So those 4 new courses on the Behavior Academy, you can definitely expect to see those on here by the end of the year, or else I have personally failed. And we're working hard on those. If you have ideas or things that you think are interesting, let me know. So what else? The last one that I think is super important is I also want to host on here on this Behavior Academy, have it set up to where there are 2 types of things to enjoy. As a behavior analyst, you could jump in, say in one of those 4 courses I just described, and you could take these courses about, instruction beyond the task list, social media, storytelling, etc. You can earn some CUs and advance your career in some sort of way with that skills and knowledge. Or what you do is you could hop into one of the courses that are made for just to be perfectly consumable. So I want to make a self-management course, no jargon or very, very, very little unless it's necessary. Teaching a framework to anybody out there. I mean, you have a prerequisite skill, being able to consume video content, write and interact online through comment sections, stuff like that. But I want anybody to be able to take this and leverage it. So it's taking what behavior analysis has to offer and pushing it out there, as, I don't know, just an online course that will help people achieve their goals. And I know there's so much stuff that's out there, but it's got to go beyond that SMART goal. It's got to go beyond like, this is what's worked for me. It's going to be a framework that says, if you engage in these sort of things, then you're going to have success. Doesn't matter what your goals are, what you're trying to do, what sort of habit you're trying to change. It'll be, here's your framework for success. It won't be perfect because there's sometimes different strategies, different life circumstances are going to be hard, and we're going to have other people helping dissect those sort of things. But the framework of how do you make database decisions and how you understand your behavior motivates other behavior, like we talked about earlier in the stream, those sort of things are things that I'm going to package in there. So hold me to it. My first real dissemination course that I'm going to put out there for non-behavior analysts. I'd expect behavior analysts to enjoy it too.